Hey everyone, it is Elson932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me for another week for Married at First Sight Australia. Please take a moment, like, share, subscribe. It is a lot we have to go over. Remember, we get 4 episodes each week and it is getting really spicy. So we're going through episode 13, 14, 15, and 16. Episode 13 on Sunday was the commitment ceremony. And that's where the couples commit to stay or leave the program. They started with Athena and Adrian. Athena said, "Hey, you're not showing up for me, Adrian. I feel like I'm doing all for you, but I'm not receiving." Okay. Billy and Sierra, they say they were intimate. They were intimate. How are we going to be intimate, Sierra? You were just playing footsies with Adrian at the dinner party last night. So after you played footsies with Adrian, you went and slept with your husband. Billy. Ooh, Billy. You're in for a world of hurt. I'm sorry. He says, Billy says he's confused. Okay? She wanted more physical touch from him, and he touched her. Pause. Let me... with consent, okay? She wanted more physical touch. They end up sleeping together. Billy said it was good, and now it's like she distant. He's craving a deeper emotional connection, so to build more intimacy. And she said she's been closed off about her past. But when we get to it, we realize she has confided in Adrian. Remember last week, Adrian did not want to do the confessions or the letter writing task? He told Athena he didn't want to do it, he wasn't going to do it, and to stop asking him about it. Well, it turns out he shared with Sierra. And Sierra shared with him her past that Billy's been asking about. So I could understand. Let me say, Sierra, maybe it's not a safe space for Billy. We saw how he was rubbing on that lotion. Billy, you're going to need some finesse. But at the same time, don't be confined in another groove. And I'm thinking this is another one of the show's trumped up situations where 2 people are acting, but I don't know. Because Adrian said he wanted a woman with no kids, and Sierra got no kids. We shall see. We move to Marina and Tony. She's like, he didn't stand up for her last night. The whole table was against her, and he didn't stand up for her. He said he needed Tony time. He needed Tony time. Tony time is Tony away from Marina time. Let's stick those few words right in there. So the experts say they're concerned about Tony and Marina. Okay? She says she wanted to bond with her match, but Tony's always off on Tony time. He sweeps stuff under the rug, he says, and then she calls him Houdini and everybody laughs because he disappears on the weekend. And she looks daggers at the crowd like, y'all give me enough crap over the dinner party. Why are you doing it now? And it was like, yo, you made a joke. It was Houdini. It's funny. He's disappearing. She did not appreciate it, okay? Adrian does say that she only hears the negative, and that's why she constantly living in the negative. Rye feels offended because she was not against Marina. Marina said everybody was against her, and Rye's like, I'm your friend. I've been your friend, and now I'm offended. So the expert Shillings, I listened to another YouTuber who calls her 2 Shillings. Shout out Wilco. Wilco Rehashed. And every time I say her name Shillings, I think 2 Shillings. But Shillings asks her, what has she done that's bad in a relationship? She don't know. Expert John is like, we hold up a mirror so you can see what's happening. So Tony says it's 50-50. Marina says it's 80% Tony's fault. So they're like, okay, so what is your 20%? She don't know. Marina don't know what her 20% is. It's real low, Marina. Tony says not Tony, John, the expert, says Marina's abrasive. Tony says her intensity is just too much. He just want to chill. He just want to relax. And they tell her she points. When you talk, you point. It feels like you're coming at someone rather than talking to them. And she kind of takes it in. But she wrote leave, y'all. Marina wrote leave. And Tony wrote stay. So based on the rules of the experiment, they both have to stay. If one says stay, they both have to stay for 1 more week. Unless you can convince your partner to change their stay to leave, and you can leave immediately. Jamie and Dave, not problematic. She says she feels safe, secure, and happy with him. Dave says she is amazing. They both write stay. Ain't got time to fool around with them. Karina and Paul, another non-problematic. And these non-problematic people, I'm waiting for the problems to set in. Okay, we have seen this before with Australia. One retreat later, Karina and Paul, he adores her, absolutely adores her. She is in awe of him, and they both write stay. Next on the couch was Jackie and Ryan. Ryan apologized for his comments, and she says, "Oh, he finally showed up with flowers." And they're like, "We've reboot." And Alejandra, the expert, was like, "You're not robots. You can't just reboot and just sweep everything away." Okay? Jackie says, "Oh, not being put first was a real challenge for her," and it just going over and over. So Dave says, you need to make your partner feel special. And Ryan said, special, but she wants me to say she's the most beautiful, and I'm not going to lie. Y'all, what do you think? Jackie wants her husband to say she's the most beautiful girl in the world. Ryan says he's not going to lie. She's special, but she ain't the most beautiful. Ryan, why would you want your wife not feel secure? But, hey, it's his truth. We got to let Jackie live in it. But I wouldn't be saying that, even if it is a truth. There's some things that need to be a hidden truth. Jackie said, "Don't be dishonest, but is there a way he can put her first?" Put you first how? Actions? But you want most beautiful girl in the world. How can he put you first? He said he will give the validation to his son especially. And I'm like, what about a daughter? So I'm going to give you this, Ryan, that may be edited out the daughter part. I'm not going to think that Ryan just said only to his sons he's going to give validation. Doesn't strike me as such. So Jackie says she can list all the things that she likes about Ryan, and he has a short list for her. They both write state. Y'all, they had me giddy in as not a good giddy. It was like tennis. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Ryan, Jeff, she says Jeff is doing so much, to be considerate. But I'm like, is it busy work? Is Jeff just staying busy in the house so he doesn't have to sit down in his feelings and tell her really why he don't want to be there? I don't know. Said the first relationship was fun, and they know intimacy will work, but they need a deep connection. And he called it a little hurdle. Is it little, Jeff? You know what? Don't answer that. Do not answer that. What is a little hurdle? Okay. They both write stay. Moving on. Thina and Adrian, again, she says she's showing up for him. Okay? And the experts call him out on his behavior. She brings up a problem and you shut her down. She said her fears have caused her to question the relationship. And he's like, well, how do you think I feel when you question the relationship? But Adrian, you're the catalyst for her questioning. You're the beginning. But y'all, they both write stay. Billy and Sierra, she said she didn't feel a passion. It was like a drunken fumble. If ever your partner says sleeping with you is like a drunken fumble, run. Unless you really want to make it. But run. A drunken fumble. She didn't have to say that. She could have just said she didn't feel the passion. That was perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I didn't feel the passion. Or that was the one time I didn't feel the passion for Billy. Because they've only slept together one other time. She said she's not getting her needs met. We understand. She thought that, since he opened up, that she would as well. And Billy, you can't think that because you open up, the other person going to return the favor. And if you open up and she didn't, take shock. But Billy was shocked, y'all, when he realized she was talking to Adrian and she opened up to Adrian. Adrian didn't tell Athena. Sierra didn't tell her partner, Billy. Yeah. But y'all, they both wrote stay. In episode 14, apparently Billy and Sierra spent the night apart when he found out she was opening up with Adrian. What did you think, Sierra? Jackie and Ryan, she wrote a long list of all he was doing wrong. Ryan decides to leave because she is hitting that keyboard real hard getting that list together. She texts Jeff and says, hey, can I talk to you? But don't bring your wife. Jackie, Not a good look. Now we have a new couple getting married. Beth is 28. She wants to be a mom. She lives with her parents. She doesn't like that, but that's okay. TJ is 28. His parents and their parents were in arranged marriages. So this married at first sight arranged marriage thing is not odd for him. But she said she's never lived with someone. Now, Beth, I'm worried you're going to be living with someone and on camera. There's some regular vows. I'm not going to go into it. Jackie is annoyed at the vows. And this caused her to look at Ryan and say, this is a teachable moment. Did you learn anything from their vows? You should learn something. They mentioned putting their partners first. So they are fighting in the aisle as guests. Then they are verbally sparring at the table around the other folks. Ryan decides to confront Jackie about texting Jeff. And she did it in front of Ryan. Ryan's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You did what? You texted Jeff? And Ryan accuses that because Jeff is one of Jackie's favorites, or Jackie says that's more her type. So I understand why Ryan will feel some kind of way. So Jackie starts to cry. And they say whenever she feels the heat, she starts to cry. That is her MO, because more than one person said that. Jackie says she wants, she wanted a man's perspective. That's why she contacted Jeff. But then why not have his wife there? Ryan mentions that Jackie had said Jeff was the best group there. And that could have been a dig. That could have been a dig, because Jackie said she wanted a blonde. I don't know if Jeff's blonde. I'm not looking at him hard enough. And Ryan feels validated by Jackie's behavior. He's like, this is what I live with. This is what I live with. This is what y'all are experiencing right now. So the new couple are having a blast. His dad asked for grandbabies. They did a dip, and the groom did not drop her like Ryan dropped Jackie. And yeah, Jackie was looking at him. Ryan and Jackie talk. She hugs him and tells him to hug her and say everything will be okay. Jackie is crying and mood swings because Athena pulled her aside and said, girl, this ain't your wedding. This is not your wedding. Act right. Athena got her mama tone on for Jackie, and Jackie just dried her tears up. And you're right. Let's go. That tells me everybody is aware and shocked at Jackie's flip of emotions. Episode 15. TJ and Helen, they have a great night connecting, learn about each other. They are clearly attracted. Jackie and Ryan. Jackie says she's leaving the experiment if Ryan doesn't have a plan for how he would improve. Ryan said contacting Jeff is a betrayal. Jackie's like, she will go outside the marriage to seek help when she needs it. But that's not what you were doing, just doing. And if you needed help, you could have asked other people. You could call up the experts. But you went to Jeff, a man that you told your husband was your favorite groom, that you rather him. Yeah, it's not about seeking help outside your marriage. It's who you're seeking it, Jeff, your favorite, and how you're seeking it. You told him, don't bring his wife. When people do tax like, don't tell your wife, don't bring your wife, makes it seem real underhanded. So y'all, we find out Lauren is being matched again. Remember Lauren? Lauren had a 2-day marriage with Elliot who ran on the honeymoon. Yeah, that Lauren. Lauren is being matched again with Clint. He is 43, professional golfer, an entrepreneur. He sold his business and is in a transition in his life, and he wants a very feminine woman. So remember, Lauren wants to be a traditional wife, or as I learned, is called a trad wife. And I think this could be something good, because he does talk about luxury, and she is in a luxury goods business. Y'all, they decided to match Elliot too. I mean, if you're going to do it for Lauren, you might as well do it for Elliot. We get good TV. But geez Louise, they decided to match Elliot. You know what? Give him what he wants. Let him see it ain't working. Okay? Give him what he wants. So he's matched with Veronica, who is 32. She is in fitness and an actress. She has a zero tolerance for BS. Well, girl, with the groom you're going to be matched with, you better, he going to help you increase your tolerance for BS, okay? Because if not, you're going to be running after 2 days. Because Elliot is full of BS. For the little bit we saw from him. Because he can't learn nothing from the experts. So why is he back? That's my thing. Why is he back? He can't learn nothing from them. He said he could teach them a thing or two. Okay. She says dating has been too much for her, so she's trying this. So let's talk about the weddings. Lauren and Clint. Lauren didn't bring her sister this time. Remember, the sister was acting up because she didn't get her pescatarian meal. I am the bride's sister. You gonna do what I tell you? Yeah, Lauren, that was a good look. That was a good look. She brought two of her friends, and I think Clint brought four. So they had a nice intimate lunch after. But Lauren said the vows mean nothing to her, and his vows were long. Okay. She said, but after talking to him, she has a glimmer of hope, just a smidgen glimmer of hope. They both are into e-commerce. See, I really like that. And they have a lot of similarities. They do have lunch. Clint shares that 1 year ago he got out of a 10-year relationship. And then he decided to jump on MAFS. Clint. He said he wanted a family and she didn't. How long in that 10 years? Or did you stay 10 years to try and convince her? Clint. How old are you again, Clint? Let's go back. Clint is 43. So you spend most of your 30s trying to convince this lady to have a family with you. Okay, I'll give you that. He said he went to therapy to learn and grow within himself. Lauren, did shut down talks about her past wedding because her two friends were like, oh, this is way better than Elliot. This is a way better wedding. Lauren's like, I don't want to hear anything more about my last wedding. Because she did tell Clint about all of it. But Clint did agree that how she was dumped by Elliot is a no-no. They have similar beliefs and family needs. Now, I do see this going great, but Lauren got to open up. Lauren seems a little hardened. And Clint seems like this is a great adventure. He's into it. But if she remains with her hard shell, then Clint can't get close to her. But we understand why. She's a little shy. Elliot and Veronica. The only people in the audience are her two friends, her two besties. And I'm like, Elliot, not even one person will come back for you? So the friends find him good looking, and I'm like, wait till you hear about him. I forgot there was a Broadway song, You Ain't Never Seen Nothing Like Me. Yeah, wait. So she says she wants honesty and can't stand folks who won't take responsibility for their BS. That was in her vows. Veronica, wait for it. He asked her if she recognized him. Why? Why, Elliot? This is not live. This is not a live show. Why would she recognize you? Are you in other acting things commercials? Because it can't be from MAFS. It takes a while for the episodes to come out. He says he says his expectations in his vows. He's authentic, honest, and he wants someone who doesn't take stuff too seriously. He says, hope that the light at the end of the tunnel is a new beginning and not a train coming for them. Well, guess what, Elliot? You the conductor of that train, and it's coming. So we ain't there yet. He has lunch with the friends. It's only the four of them. It's a very intimate. I'm like, ooh, this is so quiet. Quiet wedding. So her friends want to know, why no friends or family, Elliot? So he said, oh, scheduling. Really? That's what you're going with. Okay, so I'm guessing this wedding was on a what? Tuesday at like 10 a.m.? Okay. He admits this is not his first wedding on MAFS, and he had one 2 weeks ago. Ouch. You should have seen her bridesmaid look at her and look at him like, you hear what I mean? So he immediately learned that they were not a match. So they're like, well, how long did you give it before you knew? He said he gave it 3 to 4 days before leaving. The friends don't like it. I don't like it. None of us like it. Who likes it? Put in the comments if you like it that he only gave it 3 to 4 days before. Friends don't like the 3 to 4 days. Is he too fussy? And will he do the same thing? Veronica's bridesmaid talking to her, she says she respects that he made a decision. He decided to leave rather than stick it out. And the friends say, it'll be good if you can meet the other bride and get that story. Because you know what? We don't know him. We don't know him. And the friends are right. We don't know him. Now, they sent both these couples, Clint and Lauren, and Veronica and Elliot, to wineries, different ones, of course, where she does share that she does have endometriosis, which means she has a 50-50 chance of being able to have kids, and she won't know till that time. But she's willing to put forth all effort to try and have kids. Now, he's very sympathetic. And I was like, he really must have a liking for her, because that was his thing with Lauren. Lauren only wanted one kid. He wanted multiple. And that was one of the things. He is adamant he wants to have multiple kids. All of a sudden, with Veronica, he's sympathetic. But I guess he didn't want to come off as a complete jerk to the public. Whew. Athena and Adrian. Adrian has left the apartment because he was not included in the promo for the show. So everybody went to the first promo, but then they wanted people for another promo that everyone wasn't invited to. But Adrian felt that, hey, it was an insult, and he's demanding to be in the promo or he's not coming back. Episode 16. Adrian decides to come back. Adrian, you could have stayed away. I'm sorry. He came back to the apartment while Athena's getting ready. And he thinks things are fine, that she should just apologize. She has no control over who's chosen for the promo. She has no control about the promo, but he expects her to apologize to him. How does that work? You left your ring on the counter. I told her to pack your stuff. How does that work? Then you're going to come in hunky-dory like nothing's happened. So we go to a dinner party. The couples come in, but here are the ones that walked in alone. Athena walked in alone. Adrian walked in alone. Billy walked in alone. And Sierra walked in alone. Now, Sierra tried to talk to Athena. And Athena's like, Sierra, you lied to me all day. We were hanging out all day. We spent the day together. And then you went and had dinner with my husband. Adrian tries to smile his way to charm Athena. It was starting to work, and the experts were like, no, Athena, don't fall for it. We all were doing that. She fell for it a little bit, but she's like, I'm going to hold this until we get to the actual dinner. Lauren walks in with Clint. Everybody's like, oh my word. Then Elliot walks in with Veronica. The men were like, whoa. Lauren was like telling Clint, oh, that's Elliot. Lauren was not happy to see him. And Elliot thinks she's not happy to see him because he'll clear up any misunderstandings that she has told the people, any lies she's told, because they've only heard her side of the story. So the group immediately starts to roast Elliot. This is all we see. It could have been a period of time to let him eat at least. But Jeff does a toast. Hey, you lasted 2 days longer than your last marriage. So what's up? Jeff, I love it. I appreciate it. It was on point, Jeff. It's like, yeah, toast to Elliot because he lasted 2 more days than the last time. He's made a milestone. He said he stayed true to what he said on Bucks Night. When he met the men, he stayed true and told them exactly what he thought. If he wasn't feeling it, he would walk out. And that's exactly what he did. And the group was like, yeah, it's been hard for us too, you know. And we didn't walk out. So what gives? He's like, no, but he had to walk out. There was no connection. So Lauren says he still doesn't think he did anything wrong. Clint asks, are you okay with how you treated Lauren? He's like, yeah, I was honest. Lauren calmly lists all the stuff he said to her. Calmly. She says, yeah, you didn't want to do this. You didn't want this. You wanted a whole bunch of kids. You didn't like the fact that I had luxury handbags. All of these things you said on camera, Elliot. Elliot says, you know what? You're misunderstanding. You don't remember because you had 5 margaritas that night. And everybody gasped. They went in. They were like, oh, no, you didn't. The whole table went in on Elliot, as they should. Veronica, his new bride, is looking at him like, are you mad? Have you gone mad? You just said that to her like that? Elliot said he's been consistent. And Clint, Lauren's new husband, said, you've been consistently shit. That's what you've been. And Clint, we're with you. Clint, you have not been here but for a few hours, a few days, but you are seeing all that we saw in the first marriage that he had, in the first few moments. Elliot then starts to mock him, ha 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 ha. And it's like, he doesn't see why he owes Lauren an apology. He literally tells the group, they're like, have you apologized to Lauren? He's like, what for? I did her a favor, is what he said. Now she's found a groom that she could chill with. Veronica asks him, Veronica is his new bride, says, why would you shame Lauren about the 5 margaritas? He's like, he didn't shame her. That's not what he did. And he's going around with interviews saying he was just providing that maybe Lauren didn't have clarity because she had those margaritas. It wasn't to shame her. It was a dig. It was a dig, Elliot. Come on. Jackie's watching around the room when everything kind of dies down, which I think it was editing, puzzling the pieces together in a different manner. And she's like, looking at all the people that are happy. She goes and tells Ryan, hey, now it's the time for you to list 10 things you like about me. So, oh my God, Jamie's like, here comes Jackie fishing for compliments. The group laughs at her and laughs at Ryan when he says, oh, she eats her veggies and stuff. And they're like, really? Because she has her 5-quarter of vegetable? That's what you like about your wife? So when Jeff comes at him, Ryan tries to tell Jeff the loudest one is the one most with something to hide. And Jeff is like, really? You gonna tell me that? I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna take that from you. Jeff reminds him that he's been dragged into their relationship. He's like, really? You feel like you've been dragged in? He's like, yeah. Yeah, I have. With that message from your wife. Rye says she's done with Jackie. Rye is Jeff's wife. Rye says she's done with Jackie. She will feed her with a long spoon. Jackie says she just needed a shoulder to cry on. Okay, Jackie. I don't believe it. Billy gets the attention of the room, clinking his glass, and says, hey, let Athena speak. Okay? Athena says, about how Adrian left, why he left. It was about the promo. And a few other people on the table like, we weren't invited. At least 4 people said they weren't invited. And they were cool with it. Adrian, if you're here for a wife, you'll be here for your wife, not for a promo. So he said he needed to leave because he was getting emotional. Okay, then why leave your ring? Why say you're done? Why say you went home? But he accuses her of gaslighting. Okay. Then Adrian starts off the thing saying, you're talking emotional like most females, and that did it. The women were in an uproar at the table, especially when he said females. And I think it's more the derogatory manner. Even the expert Alejandro said, tell us more, Adrian, about how females act. Athena asked, why did he have dinner with Sierra Saturday night, that same night? The group is shook. Everybody in the group didn't know. Karina's reaction had me gone. Karina was like, she had dinner with your husband the same day, the night after she went shopping with you all day? What? That was Karina's look like, ugh. Adrian said he had asked Athena to come out. Athena's like, no, you didn't. You never asked me. Then Athena addressed Sierra. And Sierra's like, oh, I'm sorry about this. I know how it looks. Da, da, da. And Billy's sitting there like, wait a minute. I'm your husband. What about me? What about apologizing to me? Sierra don't feel like she needs to apologize to Billy. Billy's like, you didn't even come and talk to me tonight. Adrian's like, why did you come talk to her? Wait a minute. Everybody's like, Sierra is the one that did a slight to her husband. She should be the one to go to him. Adrian is pissed at Billy for coming at Sierra. Sierra is Billy's wife. For Billy to ask for some accountability from his wife, Adrian's mad. Then Adrian decided to spill the beans and said, well, Billy, what about the time you asked for a wife swap? The group is shooketh again. Again. Billy said, hey, he did that when he was mad at what things were happening. He said, if Sierra wants to be with Adrian, go ahead. And because of how badly Adrian was treating Athena, he would treat her much better. I think that is the basis on what Billy was saying. It's like, if we do a wife swap, everybody happy. You're already playing footsies with my wife under the table. You're already going to have dinner with her at night. Why don't y'all go be together? And Billy's like, he just, would be happy to have the love from Athena and to give love to Athena the way she wants to be loved and the way she wants somebody to show up for her. So y'all, Billy says he's mad. And he has a right to be. And he says he doesn't trust Sierra at all. Meanwhile, Sierra, Adrian, and Tony go sit away from the group because apparently Tony was at that dinner too Saturday night with Sierra and Adrian. And that's where we end the episode. What do y'all think? Tony ain't stepped up and said nothing, that he was there like chaperoning. He ain't said nothing. Like, y'all ain't nothing going on. I would have said, y'all ain't nothing going on. I was there too. We were all just shooting the breeze. But no, y'all want to give the inference that y'all together and y'all doing stuff together. Okay, y'all can have it. I'm with Billy. Y'all can have it. I don't trust her. But y'all, let me know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this week? Married at First Sight, Australia. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.